Super reload into sniper? Okay, yeah. Alright. How are we opting to play the Dahlia? A bit more zoney, but we need to recognize we've run ourselves into the corner. Always a dangerous habit. Gets caught trying to escape. Teched into the corner. Press the button, traded. Fighting our way out aggressively. Bear trap? No confirm. She doesn't have any great ways to deal with Blitzer, does she? Force no drop. Cheeky little reset. We're out of ammo. Gotta keep that in mind. Reload. Level 3. Have we already used assists here? Don't believe so. For exactly the reasons of what happened with the DHC, I would probably try and combo after, even if it probably won't kill. Pull shot, pillar. Yeah, cremation adds a little bit of damage onto the end of combos, but not great. Yeah. Did we have OTG? No, we didn't. Okay. Yeah. This is gonna happen. Pillar. Get pillared ourselves. Nice shot. Wait, that combo? Since when can you combo after M shot? I've never seen that before in my life. Yeah, I hit the assist, so it's a safe burst. Gets checked by the tag. I don't know how much you've played versus this particular QM demon, but I'm interested to see how you adapt. Cheeky little throw. Level 3 instantly. With no cancel because the egret was already used. Good pickup. Alright. My back. Assuming that was medium kick. I don't actually know. I should play Dahlia a little bit and mess with the round starts. Yeah. There's a lot that's going to be happening in this game, but always need to be keeping an eye out for Bayo tag. It's game 2 and I've already seen it 3 times. I'm immediately thinking, okay, this person likes to bail a lot. Burst, get out. Honestly, here, alpha counter into Squiggly. I would probably rather do Squiggly. You can stancel. You're an cremation anyway, so you can definitely stancel. But even if it was Dragon Bite, you can still. Easy way to get a character out of dodge. I know Dahlia isn't set up how you'd want her to be. I know you said you really like focusing on getting reloads into ice shots. but I think with the health she's at, it's probably a good call. Yeah. Thinking about saving our characters, because, yep. One arm leads to pain. Pick out of the corner. Calling the assist to sketchy. Fourth raw tag. First. Yeah, that assist isn't going to do much to help you fight your way out of the corner. Going for shot. It's not really your turn. It's so pretty. Yeah, when you're that close, arm is gonna have a fit stop. They called your bluff, or you just mistimed it slightly, but either or, stuff happens. Medium punch round start. Do we have full corner carry? Nice. That one seems like it's a little awkward. I forget what I see other dollies do. It's been a while. Yep. Just to like drag this point home, and if you want to be cheeky and abuse this yourself because you are a Parasoul player, at this range by the corner, this sort of stuff happens all the time, and so it's a knowledge check. You gotta be patient. Yeah, if you want to be a little cheeky and try and catch someone off guard, you can tag her. Overhead layered with the cremation. Solid game plan. That was supposed to be pillar, no doubt in my mind. Good counter. Drop. This is interesting. Okay. Block. Not entirely sure why we're calling cremation mid-block string. It's not a DP assist. That's a really good air block string. I do like the fact that you're doing that. That's something I need to start doing more. Oh, but we panicked. Did not need to full send it at that range. Wait, do they have... We didn't get our bikes, unfortunate. Still might not have saved us. Yeah, we are calling our assists in really sketchy spots. It's one big thing I'm noticing. Okay, yeah, you usually do that to stabilize it. That makes... Fair enough. Oh, we go for the raw tag ourselves. Yep. Oh. Tech backwards. Just catch them with the silver cord. Use that. You're waiting for it. You know, unfortunate drop. Was it? Yeah, so... Oh man. I'm trying to remember. Because I know I labbed the situation with JP. If they go for this after you chicken block the jump heavy punch, I think you are supposed to up back again, but I think you're supposed to block. I don't think you actually get a punish because the L shot was coming. Yep, once again, calling cremation in the corner. Eesh. How much time did we have after this chicken block? Oh, we're too far away to throw. Oh, I love parasol throw range. That's that game. Alrighty. Yep. Too close to jump at V kick. Is that a jump medium kick or? Yeah, that's a jump. Interesting air there. I don't think I see that used all that often. I think we're defaulting to the jump heavy kick game plan a little bit too much. Yeah. It definitely looks like you want to be a little bit more of a zoning Dahlia, which I can get. My two thoughts, or like the two initial thoughts that come to my head is, if this is the case, I'd consider running shot over pillar, because it helps at more ranges if we're constantly wanting to run away. I understand wanting to have a DP assist, and funnily enough, you call your other assists like they are DP assists. I don't feel like I see you call pillar as much like that, but I can understand wanting that defensive layer. It can definitely help. The other thing was, something that greatly adds to a zoning game plan is just sprinkling in often enough actual aggression to make them always have that part of their mental stack for running at you. So, for instance, in like these situations, the Dahlia I've probably played the most is Race, and they are much more prone to going in, just as a general player. But when I see the situation, when I think of like what I would see Race do, is they're probably doing up forward jump light punch here. It's an obnoxious button to contest. It hits a lot of people standing on the ground. It probably hits some of the bigger characters crouching on the ground. Or up back, assault forward pretty quickly one after another, and then reacting to which button you should press based on how heavily they're pushing forwards. If they're going really close, jump light kick or jump light punch, obviously the faster moving options. If they're slightly further away, do some of your spacing options. Her jump heavy punch is just kind of a wall. I view it somewhat similar to a Valentine jump heavy kick, where it's big, it's obnoxious to contest, and if you get hit by it, you're taking a truckload of damage. So varying up the things you're doing in the air, I think, will make it a lot more sketchy to approach your Dahlia. Bear trap, firm, pillar assist. It's gonna hit the assist. Kill. Do we get her out of here? No. Stunned after pressing buttons, burst. Here to zone parasol. Would like to see us mix rather than go to full and dizzy. It just kind of gives them another chance. Oh, that could have been so bad. Did they mess that up? They might have been able to have that. That's really close. Yep, you can't dodge that. Just messed up the stencil. Unfortunate. Good punish. Awareness on the snipe. Hits the assist. That's cheeky. Good answer. Yeah. Something I think that will help your offense greatly is just committing to resets more. I see you going to full in Dizzy a lot and then kind of resetting neutral. It's a game plan, but compared to some other players I know who play like this, this serves like to help them set up zoning. So for like Sunset, especially when she ran the Hairball team, when she would be ending the combo like that, she would be... Okay, actually, I'm gonna finish this thought and then talk about this assist call again. She'd be ending the combo, sending you full screen for the purpose of getting a taunt, because that helps her. Actually, while we're on this, I just want to see how you end it as, yeah, and so it's... Oftentimes it feels like this is what's happening. You're not using it to set up a reload full screen, or even just get, I mean reload super, or even just get a full new thing of bullets. If you're gonna play like this, have a game plan or a reasoning behind why you're not keeping control of the character. I think would be the easiest way of putting it, because it feels like we're kind of just giving up advantage for no clear gain. That did not break the armor. Dang. Yep, they're kind of just pressing at you. But we've already gone through this. And now we're getting to... We're just calling cremation in the corner again. And as it has a couple times before, it's liable to get your assists killed. Or not the butchers. Kind of shocked what I picked up. Yeah, they kind of just let you do this. I haven't seen you do this too much, so I'm not gonna talk about it all that much. Just know it's fake, and if they're feeling it, if they see you doing pause stuff above their head, super jump air throw punishes you, like, universally. That's just a thing. So getting fancy above people's heads is kind of to Parasol's detriment more often than not. Also, I'm not sure if you're aware, snipe is a lot easier to do on reaction, but bikes combos here. And you might be able to do bikes into bikes twice full screen. I honestly should probably just check that in the lab. After this game, I think I will. Real quick. Because it's more damage, and it might get you a kill. Obviously, if this was the game plan, honestly I can understand it, because they've been full sending it with those arms. You've been pretty good about chicken blocking things, but I have noticed you push block in some of these scenarios. You don't gotta. I think you can start fishing for chicken blocks a little bit more. Oh, we're not getting a confirm with this. They don't tech this? Okay. Oh, not what I meant to do. Alright, really quickly. I'm gonna just go into training and check. Don't matter who it's on. Okay, yeah, that does work full screen. Could not remember. If you have OTG, that works, and so if you're doing a punish off of debt, it will work. Not theory gallery, please. A thing to keep in mind. If you believe in the tier, send it with the bikes. In my opinion. It's more damage, and you don't really get much Oki off of Snipe in general. Again, if you don't want to be preemptive with it, I can understand, and if you want to react, Sniper's going to be the thing that actually lets you react. But it's another tool. And it's really satisfying when you hit it, I'm not going to lie. Oh, spaghetti. The hit the assist? Oh, okay, you still got the punish. How the snipe? Okay. Alright. How much are we going to be using our assists? Because we want to be letting that health back. Yep, called her into her death after spending the meter getting her out, and called our other assistant to death. Yep. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah. Oh, I pressed. I meant to speed up, not slow down. We knew how that game was ending. Yeah. Assist calls are like really rough. Yep. They've been doing that a lot at round start, so I would honestly just choose like a movement option that lets you block. I see this again. Yeah, fair. It's scary to press there. Going for jump heavy kick again. Yeah, I definitely think you can afford to assault forward more. You have buttons that are great for landing on people with what? Might have autopiloted, not realizing we had no resource. Get her out, I agree. Something going. Cheeky. Tried to bait it. I would honestly bait it again. Oh, what a stun heavy punch. No. Good blocks. At this point, you can just level 3 her. Chip's gonna do her in. You can also just do breaks into SBO into detonate, like all of these things are. Yep, there we go. Let her get control of the game first, but yeah. It's a pretty done deal. Getting hit by that consistently. Got caught low. Bonk. Nice. Bikes, get the confirm. Reset attempt. Mistimed it slightly. It happens. Wow. We are getting caught by these raw tags. Did they just attack? They know. Can't hurt to check. Okay, we're scaled the shit. They're just... Or, well, no, that was you this time, not attacking. I understand the connection would be a little bit iffy. I've played them before. Yeah. Gotta keep an eye out for these draw tags. Good burst bait. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know how much I see you go for throw. As a way of opening people up, you've been using it in the mix a little bit. Honestly, I feel like it would get you in a little bit more. But if you get noticed to people are really tunneling, blocking your stuff, especially if they're playing like yourself or your opponent, Ignacio. Like, just relying on assist calls for defense. I think you'll catch them a bit more. Good block. Oh, unfortunate punish. That was not all supposed to combo. Yeah, and we didn't keep track of IPS because of it. I feel that. Nope. Oh, not like this. Squiggly gave you one last chance at life. Level 3. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. Hold all this. Felt. Yeah. Yep. Still getting hit by this round start. And it looks like we're trying to adjust to deal with it, and then we're just not actually blocking the cross-up. Which is fair. Cross-up's pretty quick. And tiered by the chair. But yeah, assault forward. Notice how changing the pace of your game plan just a little bit netted you 2 hits. Unfortunately, dropped afterwards, but they were still 2 hits. Calling our assist in the corner. So close to a disaster. Nixie. We'd love to see it. Oh, that caught them. I'm surprised. Oh, that's unfortunate. We just got hit by a same side mid. Push block wore off, and we weren't holding back. Unfortunate. It's not gonna do anything. They're gonna be mashing. Aggressive air there, fair enough. Up, 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 up. I would have been terrified of going for that. That jump in was just asking to get pillared, but this time it worked. You're not giving them the respect they're trying to get from you, so we'll see if they keep mashing. Yeah, like we're doing very non-committal round starts now. I'm assuming to try and deal with the raw tag, and we're just still getting hit by it. Understandable if it's a connection thing, but at this point, I'd honestly default towards blocking cross than anything else. Good counter. How do we stabilize this? How do we stabilize this? Does medium punch do it here? I feel like the multi-hits of medium punch, stand medium punch would. Because recognizing the wonky hits and how to make sure all of it works is a big part of SG. And once you see it once or twice, you kind of just start getting a feel for it. Sniper. He was in the air, no confirm. We tried to jump medium kick. Oh, they could have killed your assist. They 100% could have killed your assist. Pillar full screen. Not really pillaring anything. I would not be calling the assist that's almost dead right now. For this exact reason. I think I messed up the snap input. Did we not get tech? Or did that chair actually prevent us from attacking? Counter hit on incoming. Yeah. I've seen you press... Yeah, it's work. I've seen you press sweep and mortis to try and get through shots. That's a lot of it's a lot of extra. I don't even know if sweep actually goes under it. Mortis obviously does, but it leaves you so minus afterwards. Especially when you have crouching light kick. Crouching light kick low profiles the world. And it's so much less of a commitment. Highly encouraged to use that. We get the confirm, we don't have OTG. We have OTG again. So like here, it wouldn't be the best chicken block in the world, but I'm pretty sure you go down even. And I'd honestly just elect to throw them as the chicken block call out, because they're going to be expecting their assist to eat any buttons you do. Yep, going forward, it's been netting you some really nice hits. I think sprinkling in a little bit more will make your neutral that much more obnoxious. Oh, crossed yourselves up, unfortunately. Get us out of here. Interesting. Tried to get the tier. That wasn't our tier though, was it? We might have just wandered out and they were there to meet us. Did I get that pickup? Are they cashing out? That they are. This don't work. Oh, tech forward! Tech forward and I think you get the punish. You might get tagged by the last set of bikes. But I'd be kind of surprised. I think you get the punish there. Oh, it would be so nice if we could take over replays. Oh, that's just breaking the combo. SBO! Oh, that was a lot. I'm gonna go back to that real quick. I don't know how much extra damage you get from that. I don't know if you just wanted to reset IPS, but that was really sketchy. This is back to where we were. We got the counter off, we got the head in the corner, we got the burst. Yeah, we're controlling space. We're out of shots. Oh, cremation saves their life. We drop. Did we dead off this? Did they fight? Not they. Alright. How do we get this both off of us? By knowledge checking them with the C4. So, when I'm talking about aggression... Nope, wrong pause button. There we go. This is a place I'd be cautious about contesting solely, or mostly because of just the elf shop that's there. I feel like this engagement simply just isn't in your favor at this point. Even if you get the hit, you're having to deal with this tier that's detonating in like half a second. This is a sketchy place. And at least first glance to be contesting space. Somehow the Blitzer wins anyway, which is wild to me. But yeah. Once again, that's a chicken block opportunity. I think it could be trying to deliberately fish for those a little bit more. Work on not automatically push blocking. Oh, got a little bit too much momentum. Yeah. That burst was still active. Oh. Parasol neutral, get tagged to the air, aggressively air to air. Burst bait. Oh, I'm giving them a chance. Fair enough. It just works. What? Avoided that. Interesting. Hold your legs up enough, but we don't do anything with the hit. Oh. Counter gets punished. Collar assist. Doesn't actually result in a happy birthday. Aggressively air to air. Actually, let me... Might be worth looking into trying to find a way to put Pillar in earlier into the combo. Spending 20 and Dizzy for a skilled Pillar is a little bit of an oof. If you don't want to put time into routing, that's fine. Just a small thing that might help. Kill. Can't tag out. You've been caught out like this a couple times. She's actually pretty easy to hit under her for this, even when she picks up her legs. If you want to call out people and land on them with a button, or not people, but Parasol specifically in this matchup, jump heavy kick is a phenomenal thing to land on people with, and it avoids a lot of projectiles. If you want a better example of how to use jump heavy kick, Gelato uses it incredibly well in a lot of matchups, not just this one. It is great for avoiding all sorts of projectiles. Encourage more use of it. Good tech, we got out. We are unable to stencil there. Been caught there a couple times. Okay, cheeky little mix. Might have caught them push blocking. That's an interesting response by them. This won't kill. We were in the air, they don't get anything. Counter for them landing on us, no combo afterwards. We get those conversions, keeping it simple, killer. I think there's only a couple more matches. If there's more than that, I might cut you a little bit short. I'm pretty sure we've gotten through the majority of them. And then I'll do the wrap up. Guys, do have one other gamer to get to tonight as well. Good block. Oh, drop. Yeah, okay, that's the happy birthday you were talking about. Oh, looks a lot more stable. Cheeky little reset. We have Ice Shot. Might not get to use it. Okay, it doesn't trigger APS. Bounces the same string. Attack back into the corner. They can't punish this. If they had good PBGC, I think you actually get arms there. But yeah, it's whatever. 2 more games? Yeah, sure. Okay, we'll just get them out of the way. But I think I will start talking holistically throughout these. Probably starting next game, honestly. I'll take one more game to really watch and see if there's anything else to add, but I think my mind's pretty set up. Or, yeah. On the 3 or 4 big things I want to talk about. So far, got the assist of the route. Good absolute guard. Get caught pressing jump heavy kick a little bit too much. Caught pressing on incoming. Try to contest the airspace through tiers. It's an aggressive approach. Overall, you do just, I think as a habit, try to fight your way pretty aggressively out of corners. Oh, committed to H-dive. Wait, did they have an egret? Okay, they did. I'd at least threaten PBGC Daisy there. Good block. Is that it? No, that's not a real combo at all. Leaves so early there. This doesn't do anything. Didn't sing, so we die for it. Alright, so I think I'll start with the character-specific stuff. And hopefully we get to see all your characters play so I can kind of talk through bits and pieces. Dahlia relies a bit on the jump heavy kick game plan. Or not necessarily relies a bit, but it looks like our default game plan is jump heavy kick, which it's solid. It's a good zoning spacing tool. We'll highly encourage you to add in a bit more aggression to make it just that much scarier to approach you. It's another thing you have to be thinking about, rather than just, how do I contest them running away? Oh crap, what if they decide to just go forward with jump light punch or jump heavy punch? It's like, am I being too ignorant? If they check me with this, am I actually allowed to go? That should have comboed. Yeah. Don't get caught for that. Oh, I don't know if I had anything as concrete as that. Trying to think of all the things I've seen your player do. And outside of routing, which is kind of a more general point I'll get to later, I don't know if I'm like super pressed to find anything that I'm upset about with it. I did give you the small tip about there were the two very small things about like being fancy about people's heads with toss stuff can get you caught out pretty hard versus people who are looking for it. And then there is jump heavy kick, just good in projectile matchups. That one actually pulls her leg up much more than crouch heavy, or jump heavy punch does. Sorry. So it's a good thing to get used to. And then we also talked a little bit about detonating the bikes, but that was just a very small thing. Good for you to know. But yeah. The Squiggly does a little bit of silver cord on block. It's kind of sketchy. That's whatever. Specifically for the Parasol matchup, you were using Sweep and Mortis to deal with projectiles when you can, just 2-OK under both L and H shot. M shot obviously depends on spacing. Yeah. I do like that you have chargeless stances down, I was noticing that. It's just a good thing to have. What else about the Squiggly? Yeah, I think the main one I had comments for was the Dahlia. Yeah, so getting through all of the character-specific stuff. Overall, two major things, and it's kind of like more like 2.5, that I think will help you a ton are brain just completely short-circuited. Apologies. Assist calls. One of them, the major one, is assist calls. We do have a DP assist. Calling that during block strings is alright. It happens. A lot of people do it. It is an exploitable habit, but it's another layer of defense you can add in, so as long as you're not reliant on it, it doesn't become an issue. The bigger issue is you're using your non-DP assists like DP assists, and especially in the corner, it is getting them killed. I think this was a previous talking point we had. Looks a lot like you're just autopiloting your assist calls, and that ends up just getting a lot of your characters killed. Especially like after you spend bar to save them, and then they still die. It hurts. It really does hurt. Because like you made the active effort to get that character out of danger, and then immediately, which costs resources, and then immediately just completely negate that effort. So paying attention to assist calls, understanding where, specifically why, but why, where, and when you should be calling them, will help you build better assist habits, and it will stop just losing you characters. The 1.5 points is routing might be needed to adjust a little bit. I think you can like front load with pillar a little bit more, that sort of deal. That's a bit of a minor one. The bigger thing about routing is routing into mix. I talked about it earlier. There are ways to play where you can route into something that sends them full screen and then set up zoning. And it works best if you have a way to get resources after you send it. So for Dahlia, for example, getting those resources would be getting a reload, especially like a reload super in. That sort of deal. Squiggly, you can make the argument I can get charged, but I would argue Squiggly and Parasol would rather be in than not. Dahlia, I'm not sure. A good default game plan is to always be in and mixing, but if you want to work on the zoning style of game plan where you're just going, approach me again, make it very much worth your while to be doing that rather than just mixing. Kind of my 2 cents on that. Otherwise, I would think about implementing more mix into your game. I think that was mostly it. I might have had one other point. If you have questions, also just shoot them right now while I'm trying to figure out anything else I want to say, because I can just get to them immediately. Was there one other thing? I guess the other thing would have just been try and work on adaptations a little bit more. And this kind of goes back into calling your assists. Just as a general, autopilot is by no means a bad thing, especially for longer sets. It is necessary for longer sets. But you need to be able to change your autopilot mid-match, at least marginally. So it's like we saw something ridiculous like in between 5 and 10 just delayed Bayo raw tag round starts, and we were consistently getting hit by them. And so that's a thing you just kind of got to go, okay, they've done this enough to the point where I literally will just, I'm going to expect it to happen until they prove otherwise. And then there were a couple other things. It's like just expecting them to mash. We started implementing burst baits, but they weren't quite falling for, so we needed to change when and where we were going for burst. Noticing that they're doing down back plus assist, so going for throws more. Yeah. And then, so the way I view autopilot is, I want my autopilot to be the strongest, like one of my strongest possible baseline game plans. And then I'm using my focus, my attention, to note their habits, and then my focus goes into, or not necessarily my focus, but my thought process goes, okay, these are their habits. While I'm still kind of autopiloting, how do I adjust my autopilot? How do I adjust what I'm doing to best address the problems they're posing? And so I think that's a major thing you could be working on, is just either working on adjusting mid-match your autopilot, or really trying to rewire your autopilot. And those are honestly 2 different things along similar veins, and they both involve you working on really thinking mid-match, focusing on a couple select specific things until all of a sudden this process becomes natural to you. It's gonna suck. I hate reworking my habits. I still need to do it for a lot of things. But the best way to do it is to just, while you're playing, constantly remind yourself the like 1 or 2 things you want to be working on in that set. And that kind of helps you get through that. I didn't see any questions, so on that note, I think I'll be moving on. If you weren't quite here for the end of it, obviously just shoot me a ping in the server. with your questions afterwards, and I'll get to them when I see them. Or, well, not when I see them, but when I can get to them. You know the deal. You've been here. It's been a while, but welcome back.